It is common to see people talk about how diverse the lineup of Sony exclusives are. And here is the controversy. I'm going to evaluate how true they are. Alright, so usually the internet always talks about how Microsoft milks Halo, Gears, and Forza over and over again, and how they have no diversity and all their first party titles consists of shooters and things like that. And while there's some element of truth to that, however, what strikes me the most is that no one talks about how semi Sony first party titles are becoming. I even searched about this topic on the net and I thought that I can't be the only person that thinks that. But I never really found any real discussion centered about that topic. This one image is what I found closest to the argument. I know you people are already jumping from your seats, yelling at me, saying this is cherry picked and proves nothing. So I have decided to create this video from the actual trailers that Sony presented at their various press conferences. So here you go, take a look at this and decide it for yourself. as you can see, they are all cinematic third-person games with heavy emphasis on story, emotions, and narrative. Just see, walk, 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 cutscene or QTE, walk, 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 cutscene, QTE, walk, 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 cutscene or QTE, rinse and repeat. Now I know if people would say that just because they are cinematic and plays from a third-person perspective doesn't mean they are the same. I mean, come on, we all rag Ubisoft for their rehashing of the same mechanics and gameplay loops across all their IPs and calls them reskin. Even when they change perspective from first person to third person, we still call them reskin. But Sony is somehow above all this criticism. It's quite evident that Sony is also rehashing the same mechanics and theme across all its IPs, just with different skins. I mean, setting is practically the only difference. Just look at the new God of War. They even turned this hack and slash game into Dead of War, the last son of Rome edition. For God's sake. Now there's an awesome video on the new God of War discussing detail by the Gaming Break show and why this new God of War sucks. I would like you to check it out. So I'm also linking this video in this discussion. So yeah, check it out. Anyway, so what I think is that Sony pretty much saw the success of Uncharted 2 last generation, decided to invest in more games like that, and now they've gone to the point that basically turned all their properties into Uncharted 2 clones. I know there are many third-party exclusive JRPGs and other small-scale games, but we are exclusively discussing Sony first-party titles, and I know there are Sony-funded titles like Bloodborne and Little Big Planet, etc., but they are few and far between, and which, by the way, are also becoming very rare. Anyway, the point remains that all their big AAA IPs are becoming the clones of the formula that Uncharted 2 established. Just look at the titles from them: Infamous Second Son, Order 1886, Uncharted 4, Uncharted Lost Legacy, Until Dawn, The Last of Us, Horizon Zero Dawn, and the upcoming QTE Man. Spider-Man. And that standing also appears to be heavily cinematic focused game. However, I still have hope for it since Kojima is behind that title. And when looking at all this upcoming lineup, they practically doesn't even have a single game that plays from first person perspective. Just think about it. Until last generation, first person shooters were a most popular genre, and to be fair, there were too much of them. But the fact is that Sony don't have any first person game now, even though it used to have two first person shooter franchises last generation. And it's not just shooters, they don't have any game that plays from any other perspective apart from the heavy cinematic focused third person view. So what's next? Turning Gran Turismo into a third person action game? I think if it were up to them, they would do it. Just think about it. Having a car that has an emotional connection to other little cute cars that you care about. I'm calling it right now. The next E3, all their newly announced games would be cinematic third person action. There, I said it. Quote me on it. I hope this video brings people attention to this extremely less discussed topic. I just wanted to share my opinion because I want actual diversity in my games. So what do you think about my stance? Please post it in the comments, and please like, share and subscribe, as it will encourage me to bring other less talked about controversial topics in the light. Thank you.